Alright, what's going on everybody, it's Sam from Bet. In this video, will be a short video on 3 fights that I have was able to predict on Bellator 273, Moldavski versus Vader. Let's get right into it. I don't have the usual spreadsheet just to save some time, plus I'm not betting big anywhere, but still since I went through, let me share with you guys my analysis here, right? So Chris Gonzalez and Saad Awad's the first fight I'm gonna analyze here. Interesting one, guys. Chris Gonzalez, guy that is now in Alpha Male. It's a young, fairly young, under 30. Still very big guy for the division. Very big in there. Powerful, athletic, tall, long guy. Well-rounded. Very good Greco-Roman wrestling. Not bad striking. Still developing in there. More like a power puncher with one like an overhand, like straight shots, some creative stuff there, like jumping knees and kicks. He's at his best when he's, throwing heavy on the feet, especially with the kicks, and then take it to the ground and dominating there. He's fighting Saad Awad, who is a veteran of the game. The man has been there forever in the Bellator cage, fought everybody. In his prime, the man was, banging, swinging with everybody, knocking people out. After obviously so many wars, he started getting tagged, and his chin is not the same as it used to be. He still fights as a power puncher, and he keeps coming forward. He's at his best when he's throwing down with the opponent, using his experience, avoiding the biggest shots and landing big himself. Good takedown defense, not easy to take down. He's a fairly well-rounded fighter himself. Can also has a decent clinch game. So guys, this is basically a young versus an old lion in here. To be honest, I think Chris Gonzalez is the rightful favorite. I think it's gonna be quite difficult for Awad to fight a big guy like that. At this point, at least. What Awad has to do here, he has to avoid the big shots and land heavy himself. That's what he's gonna try to do. He's definitely tough, but it's gonna be difficult to put Chris Gonzalez down. And I think if Gonzalez lands, we're gonna see Saad Awad getting dropped, just because Gonzalez hits hard, and Awad has been knocked out before, and he's now 38, which is always a factor. Plus Gonzalez taking it to the ground, he has a very powerful ground and pound. I don't think we're gonna see Gonzalez slowing down as well in this fight, so I think it's a quite tough one for Awad. Still, it's a tricky one to bet, guys. I think the bookies have fairly the same as I have. I see that people are betting a lot here. It's interesting because in general people bet the young fighter, but since Gonzalez got knocked out his last fight, I think people got skeptical. I don't think Awad can do what Yamauchi did, but we'll see. Maybe I'm wrong. And I think there is value on Gonzalez at minus 200. I may throw him some small parlays, but nothing crazy. I'm not confident too much on either guy. Gonzalez has lots of potential, but fairly inexperienced in MMA, only 7 fights, whereas Awad has 40 fights minimum. So there's a big gap in there. But still, I think Gonzalez we're gonna see him getting back on track here. Amado versus Benson Henderson. It's another interesting one. I'm surprised with the odds in here. Of course, probably the hype here. The man has 21-1, something like this. Mamedov, has the Russian surname, trained with the Russian Dagestani crew, Habib and company. Outstanding sambo wrestler, but not an excellent striker, but the man is so tall. I think he's at least 6 feet tall. The man, he looks so tall and long to me, and still young, and 32, yeah, fairly young. But he's one of those guys that has been forever in the gym and still at his physical prime. He's fighting Benson Henderson, who probably everybody knows about, former UFC champion. Very well-rounded fighter, excellent, very good everywhere. Good with the kicks, good with the strikes, with the hands, very good grappler, wrestler, BJJ black belt. The man is complete, but there is this big gap in age, plus Mamedov's wrestling is no joke. Mamedov has a strong top game, strong control. Henderson doesn't like much fighting from his back. He tries to get back up. Not gonna be easy to do for 5 rounds against Mamedov, right? But I think the odds are off, guys. I think Islam, you can argue that he's at least, you know, I have him as like 65%. You can argue 70% favorite for Mamedov. Still, I think, you know, you would put Mamedov as my minus 300, minus 350, whereas Benson Henderson, you can find him as plus 300 dog. I think there is value on Henderson, especially by decision. You probably can get Henderson by decision at what, plus 600, something like this. It's not impossible that he wins by decision, guys. He can. He will keep fighting. You know, the man is also forever in the gym. He's still training hard, I think. You know, so it's not impossible that he gets back up and makes Islam uncomfortable in the striking. But still, Islam by decision is probably the safest pick here. I don't know. You can. To me, it's either dog or pass. But if you're parlaying Mamedov at these odds, I don't think it's adding much. You know, but still, he should be fairly strong favorite. Okay, but again, probably I'm just gonna watch this one. But if you're gonna bet, to me, it's gonna be on Henderson by decision. Valentin Moldavski versus Ryan Bader. Another interesting one. Moldavski, he's not the biggest heavyweight, but the man has a very good sambo wrestling game. You know, not very good, but good. Also, not a bad striker, but nothing outstanding. And where he is at now because of his age. He's a young heavyweight in there. He's not that big, but still he's quite compact, quite strong, and also young, right? So there is that. And he likes to take the top position, and from the top he's quite dominant. He's fighting Vader, who probably everybody knows about. He was a former UFC fighter, fought for the title and whatnot. So Bader is a better wrestler here, guys. You know, I think even at 38 years old, Bader has a significant wrestling advantage. I'm also betting Bader here a little bit. You know, I think the value is on him. I don't think Moldavski is that of a strong favorite. The question to me, the main question is Ryan Bader still interesting in putting himself through the fire and grinding in training camps and all of that stuff? Now he's a commentator. You know, maybe he's just trying to keep his name out there, you know, and once he starts losing, maybe he'll retire, you know. You cannot blame the man. He's been there forever, did everything he could, and it's good for him that he has this type of move, you know. But you know, judging him as a fighter here, my question is he still motivated? You know, that's the only reason why I'm not actually betting Bader a little bit more, because I think he's not that motivated. You know, I think he's more like leaning towards more like a standard life, if you will. I don't know how to put it that way, but it's like putting more pictures of a family. You know, so more transitioning more to a calmer life, let's say, instead of a grinding fighter life. You know, so I think Moldavski has the motivation at this point, and he definitely has the resistance and the toughness to hang with Bader and get back up if he gets taken down, until Bader actually gives in, starts getting tagged, and probably gonna get finished. Okay, so my pick is Moldavski by knockout, but Bader by decision. I think it's a decent bet, you know, because again, if he can dominate from top, if Valentin doesn't give much resistance on the wrestling, you're gonna definitely see Bader, you know, doing what he does. You know, he's not a fool. He's not going there to lose. That's not what I meant, what I said. But I think, if Valentin doesn't offer much resistance, then Bader can definitely win controlling from top. So to me, it makes sense actually to bet Bader. All right. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you like, please like, subscribe, share with your friends. Consider supporting the Patreon. For $10, you guys can show your appreciation, get comments after weightings, right? And for 50, you guys have all the bets that I'm taking in units, line by line, more like a ledger, so you can just follow that, use that bet that to your best advantage. All right. So talk to you next time. This time from Zroder Bet, bring the best, most consistent and transparent betting strategy for you.